Sorry, my camera's being a little whore. One sec.
It figures.
Give me your camera's number.
Right.
I'll be back.
309.
One sec, I'll be right back.
All right.
You can definitely tell that all of us haven't chatted together in a while because instantly, as Darnell hears the most terrible joke, he's like, "Oh yeah, let me go find my camera." Click.
Oh, that brings me back. Oops, I exited the meeting.
Oh, I wonder how long those people are going to take to come back to me and tell me that they're going to come out and look at the car.
You probably won't hear nothing back until tomorrow, at least.
Well, that's what I kind of figured since it happened yesterday, but
yeah,
I figured
you're just not telling us.
I mean,
what the fuck, dude? When I hit my wreck, I sent pictures while I was at the accident.
He was taking selfies like.
Yeah, exactly. I swear to God, that Hilliard cop, he was about to die laughing when he saw me grab my my Dremel tool and cut my bumper off. He was like, "That's one way to do it."
Yep.
All right, fuck it. I'll take a look at that later. How's everybody doing?
good.
Good.
Good. All right. Okay. Sorry, getting comfortable. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So where do we want to start today?
So how about you start off with the finances, and then we'll go. That'll caveat off of what we need to cover on my stuff. So
sounds good. Okay.
Right.
I slimmed down this month's financial report instead of going through every single transaction. I just went ahead and showed a balance sheet of where we are on all of our accounts.
Okay.
And let me go ahead and get that for you.
So let's put that on there as well. How about we just do that every 6 months?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
Big long one. Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Because I mean, we're not going to see much difference in a month or whatever. So I'd rather see, even if we hold off a year, it's fine. But 6 months should be good enough.
Sounds good to me. One sec.
Yep. Make it
All
easier
right,
for you too. Yep.
All right, so this is our balance sheet as of today. As I said, remember, I removed everything from our checking account and I put it into our USDC so that we could start earning 8.6%. So
Nice.
currently, for our crypto, we're at $954.31. Our stock, we're at $115.72. And in total, we have assets in the amount of $1,070.03.
Okay.
Fantastic. That sounds great.
Yep.
So how much have we? Can you at least tell us how much we've grown from just the investments?
Let me take a look real quick. Now, you guys know that the crypto sphere took a huge shit recently, right?
Yes, I do, because I've got a little bit invested in it myself, and
So it may take a while for that to recover. If you didn't know the reason was that China decided that its banks and its retailers would no longer accept cryptocurrency transactions.
Yep.
And China is where the majority of Bitcoin mining is done because of its low electricity cost.
Right.
So yeah, Bitcoin, and when Bitcoin takes a shit, everyone takes a shit except for our USDC, which is a stable coin, so it did not lose any of its value, which is where the majority of our funds are located.
Okay.
Let me just go ahead and get our.
Should have invested in AMC and sold.
Right.
Yeah, because that would have been fun to move those funds in and then out as soon as possible.
Well, no, I just sold my AMC.
You did? Nice. You make a decent profit.
Bought in at 100. I sold out at 1,200.
Nice. How long ago were you holding on to that?
What? 3 months, maybe?
3 months? Not bad. Shit.
That's a hell of a turnaround.
That is not bad at all.
No, Eli kept telling me to sell, and I was like, no, man, I ain't doing it.
All right. So let me just pull up last month's.
All right.
So last month we were sitting at $835.60.
Okay, that's not bad.
Nice. So over $100, and is that including like us, what we put into it money wise?
Yeah. So we only deposited $200. So
right.
that means that it went up on its own by about another $35.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Large part of that was the fact that we're getting a percentage back on Algorand, Bitcoin, USDC, and so forth. So
Right. And you did get my
I put
monetary.
your $25 in. Absolutely.
Good deal. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So, anything else on that, Darnell?
That is it. I thought I would just keep it simple for now, and then I'll do the large balance sheet once every 6 months, as you suggested.
Okay.
And then we
Fair
just go ahead
enough.
and stop sharing.
Everybody concur with that?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Just as long as obviously if anybody has questions on it or whatever,
The
move
file.
that over to Darnell.
Well, we can also access the file. We just can't change it, right?
Yep. So I'll go ahead and make sure I dump this in there. Also, I think I forgot to dump maize in there. I should have dumped that in there too.
Okay. So, all right. So other than that, how you doing, Darnell?
Good. Much better. Just took some time off for work. I'm good. I'm all right. Like a month
Good.
and a half.
Glad to hear that. You month and a half?
Yeah.
Like you took a leave of absence?
No. Luckily, there was like just shit tons of ATO.
Oh wow,
I just
dude.
took it as I needed it.
Fair enough.
So there was never a time you didn't
Otherwise, I
take it.
would have had to
Right.
I said, other words, there was never a time you didn't take it.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I'm like, nope, today is not going to happen.
Only when
Yeah,
I
I
need
get
it.
you.
It takes the whole month off.
Unfortunately,
I'm surprised. So I'm surprised you guys. What are you doing over there now, Darnell?
It's called SCCS. Basically,
Oh, survey response, basically.
yeah, pretty much survey response,
It's,
inbound, and tech, and basically any other bullshit they can throw at me.
yeah,
Right.
it's what DDCM became. Constantly promising along the way. Oh, it's still going to be like DDCM, and then completely going, nope, you're a phone monkey. Great.
Turned into
Right.
pure fucking hell. But today I was on RV calls all day, so that was awesome. I loved it.
Well, that's good.
Love
I
some
mean,
RV.
dude, RV calls are still better than your regular phone call because at least you can sit there and chill.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it takes all day, but it's something that I absolutely know how to do without question.
Right.
So it was cool. I was like, please keep doing that. I'm happy to take these fucking tech calls. Stop making me take a bunch of goddamn CS calls.
See,
Man,
they need to figure out what's happening with Cedia because they keep saying, "Oh yeah, we're trying to get it full time. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the 410s. It's coming. It's right around the corner." And it's like, great. Can I please take some ATO because it's not the Cedia calls that suck.
Right.
It's not really the SCCS calls that suck. It's all the other ones.
I won't even say that the calls themselves suck. It's the back-to-back that sucks. I hate that.
I don't mind the back-to-back if I'm not spending my back-to-back trying to tell a customer, this is the price of the service.
Right.
Discount we can offer you. No, we can't offer that. Well, this is what I offered you a moment ago, but really, here's what I can. I'm like, fuck me. I just can't do it.
Yeah. I'll usually just be like, they'll be like, yeah, DirecTV's offering me $50. Cool. Are you gonna get everything you got like with us right now? Well, that's what they said.
Right.
Huh.
Okay, check that.
Well, you're paying $200 a month, so I'll see what I can do.
All right, ladies. Let's go forward with what we got going on here. So I was just talking to Eric about a couple things that I'd like to start get going. For one thing, our server. So I know you two, you and Darnell don't really know what our server really is at the moment. Like, I mean, I know you know the software and stuff, but I'm talking about the way it's put together. Okay. So basically, it's an old desktop that it's good. It's i7 desktop. It's got like 4 gig of RAM.
Yeah,
it's just an old desktop. So I want to upgrade a couple things on it. We kind of need to. The hard drives that we have in it are currently 5 hard drives that are separated between a 2 terabyte, a 1 terabyte, 2 320 gigs, and a 128 that are laptop drives. So it's like a kind of a gobbled mess is what it is. The issue is Nextcloud, for whatever fucking reason, does not want to recognize the extra storage we have. So what we need to do is we need to actually get even if it's just one at the moment, one large hard drive that I can install everything on. That way it sees one drive, all the space, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. That's kind of been what our issue is. And with the way like how me and Eric want to upload more stuff, we're starting to run out of space because the stuff that we're wanting to upload are big files. And that's the whole point. We want to back everything up on that we have.
Yeah.
So obviously this is a joint thing. So oh shit! I just dropped my earplug. It fell out of my ear. God damn it!
I mean, honestly, the only reason we really got up there in space is because I started going full throttle on PlayStation 2 stuff. After I stopped with that and just started focusing on books instead, we're okay on space. It's just, I know that as we start working on more things, it is going to be a concern one way or the other.
Thing is, I want to make sure this is something we actually are actively using, and I want to make sure it's taken care of so we don't have to worry about it. That's the whole point.
I get you.
So I'm just looking right now between all of our hard drives that we have. I think we have right under 3 terabytes. I want to at least get either a 4 or an 8 terabyte hard drive. Get one, and that would take care of us for right now for a good while. So that's something we need to look at, and possibly maybe get some RAM to upgrade so it's a little faster on the user side. That way we don't have go ahead.
That could also be a limitation of Nextcloud, because there have been times where I've just tried to go through and sort different stuff as far as the books, see if we have duplicates and stuff, and it's like it's chugging. And I don't know if that's the server or the actual or the software or what it is.
No, I've been looking it up, and it's definitely a RAM issue right now because excuse me, hold a minute. Excuse me. So I've got my upload is I think 100 on 100 meg upload. So we should have no latency issues with going back and forth with transferring data. The issue is the actual system itself running slow, period. Okay. So because we do have a Mosquito server running, which we aren't using at the moment. We have a couple other different kinds of servers that we have running that are built in with this. So what I want to do is once we actually upgrade the hard drive, I want to solidify and just make it just a Nextcloud, and then maybe get us a website hosting, like a website part on the actual hard drive. So we're hosting our own website directly through the server, and go from there. So how's that sound to you guys?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what have you already priced hard drive?
So I have a couple. That's where it comes in. So we need for what we're looking for. If we do an 8 gig, it's going to be right around 178.
Oh, 8 terabyte.
Yeah, that's 8 terabyte.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think you can find a 10 terabyte for about the same price. Well, hold on.
Now,
I was just looking at it.
Are there any speed concerns as far as those types of drives or anything like that?
No, actually, the ones I'm looking at are actually made for servers. They're actually NAS internal drives, so they're actually made. So it looks like 6 gigabyte transfer speeds. Okay. So obviously we wouldn't be meeting that speed at all. We'd probably be getting normal upload speeds.
Yeah.
I think the network card that's in that is currently 100. So the most you can get in the speed is 100 anyways. So
do we want to look into maybe getting a better network card then?
I mean, we could. Again, that's up to you guys.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would be one thing that would help. I think a network card for that. Let me look. We just need a PCI Express on that.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm just thinking as far as like because the chances of us really needing it to be any faster are probably slim, but at the same time, if there's multiple people working on the server at the same time,
Right.
maybe.
So there's a shotgun one here. That's 100. I don't want to put that much into it. Hold on a minute. Look. This one's a low profile PCI X1. At least like to get a 10 if we can get one. This one is a up to a gigabyte. 12 like $13.
That's not bad.
No, so like the network cards are a dime a dozen, so we can find something that can work for us. This is a 10. We don't have 10 gigs, so we don't need that. Yeah, I think this one would probably do just fine. Give me a second. And it's Linux supported too, so that's even better. Let me send you. I'm going to put the link in the chat, Darnell.
Okay.
Give me a second. That one. And then it's a terabyte. Internal drive. Go as I'd like to go as cheap as possible.
He's breaking out the maracas.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm looking here on the prices here real quick.
Okay.
Why are we going like this? Okay, this looks like this one's a 189. It's 178. It's a Seagate Barracuda.
Okay, 1 second.
Let's see. And we could actually go drop it down to actually, if we do the 6 terabyte, it's 139. So I think 6 terabytes would be good enough for us for right now. What do you think?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Go ahead and trust your recommendation.
We're not uploading like.
Yeah, I mean, we're right now we're still clear on the space. It's just I want to make sure we have plenty. If Eric, if you want to upload all your freaking games, you should be able to do that. We shouldn't have it. Like I'm being serious.
I know, but that's not that big of a concern. Really, the only time that I would ever really, really care about that is if we can actually get like RetroArch and Laka working. Speaking of which, Laka's coming out soon on Steam, right, Matt?
It's supposed to be.
I thought it was already supposed to be out.
Oh,
Okay, so
maybe it is.
So the Seagate Barracuda is currently out of stock, isn't it?
Oh shit! Did I select that one?
Yeah.
No. Is that the 6 gig or the
6 terabyte? Yeah.
No, I'm not showing it as out of stock.
Okay. Well, I'll try to refresh the page.
Hold on, let me look. Oh, I'm sorry.
There it is. It loaded this time.
Yeah, it's in. Well, it says in stock June 9th.
Yeah, actually, it didn't load any of that. It basically just said out of stock. So I had to refresh it, and now it shows in stock June 9th.
Okay. So I mean, it's not like it's a huge rush to get it. So if we just set it up there and we know we're going to get it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and you're going to be the one ordering it. So.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're sure that this equipment is going to be compatible with the server, I'll go ahead and put the order in as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely compatible. So yeah, I definitely we definitely want to make sure we get that. And then the other thing is, are you guys down with getting the RAM or not?
Hey, I'm all for that. I just
Okay.
because and this is just more of a personal thing. Whenever I'm going through and I'm checking the files and I'm uploading stuff and everything, it doesn't happen as often as it used to, but it still times out every so often. So, especially
Sure.
from a user facing angle, that's not great, especially if you're trying to go through and look. Okay, well, what kind of books do we have on this subject? Well, let me go ahead and check this out, and then it's like, well, the site keeps on dying on me.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, and that's my point. I don't want it to overload on RAM or give us any RAM issues, and that could be part of the reason we're having the slowdowns too. Well, I mean that's what they've said in the thing is that could be your RAM because I've only got single channel RAM right now. So
Okay, that's yeah.
And we'll send this, and it doesn't have to be anything special or particular. So this team group, it's Amazon's choice. I think this will work. That, and then there's that one. So that would give us 16 gig of RAM, which would be more than enough. We have an i7 processor in it. We'll have a 4 terabyte hard drive, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the 2 terabyte hard drive, and I'm going to see if I can't get it to mirror. So that way it basically clones that drive as we're doing it. So any data we have is backed up automatically.
Every so often, your mic does this weird thing where it switches.
Mine does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What's it doing?
It almost sounds like you have a microphone in front of you and you're speaking into it, but every so often it's like you move and it's almost like it's trying to come out of your camera instead. It's weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I just wanted to point it out because it's like it's almost like I'm listening to a weird radio edit.
Nice. Okay. Wolfman Jack. So that takes care of that.
Yeah.
And that's so obviously that comes out of our funds and everything. So, and everybody's cool with that expenditure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I said, as long as it's necessary, I am cool.
Okay. Well, it's necessary for I need a big screen TV in my truck too.
Yeah, that's not necessary.
It says you.
Exactly. Says me.
What's that?
You need a new front end.
I know I need a new front end. Thanks for saying that.
That's where he's going to put the TV.
Wow. That is where I'm going to put the TV. That's right.
That's why it's necessary.
She is always so judgmental whenever I want new stuff for my truck. I wanted to put a hooker in the back too, and she's like, "No, damn it, you can't do that. I'm trying to make money here."
How surprising.
No, all right. So servers covered. Next step is I was talking to Eric about this too. I want to start getting working on an actual website so we can actually put our face out there. Put it on, get it on Facebook and everything else, and actually have what I want to do is I want to do a blog, like something where we're chronologically. What am I saying?
Chronicling what we're doing.
Thank you. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. So, anyways, I want to be able to do it to where, you know, if we're doing a project for just us here, we can say, hey, okay, so this is what we did today. And here's how you can do that. And here's the steps and here's the materials you can do that. And each post will be like that. And then we can actually link in like our YouTube channel whenever we get that up and running and work all that straight through. And then also have in the website user interface to get access to the Nextcloud if they register for our site.
Okay.
So, and that I know that's neither here. That's one step at a time. But what I'm saying is, I want to be able to say, okay, if they're interested, they get to go through a little form and say, okay, I'm interested. My name's Mary, and I'm from West Virginia or whatever. And hey, I saw your site. I want to look into what you have. And then what information do you have? Well, we can give you access to this if you want to become one of our, IoT idiots or whatever. So
idiots.
Yeah, right. Eric, you're having a weird look on your face.
So, okay. The only problem with going ahead and sharing the books with additional people is if they're not... It gets kind of weird because Yeah, technically I own the books. I'm able to kind of share them however I see fit to a reasonable degree, but it's
Right.
one of those where it's like when the group starts getting bigger and bigger like that, it's eventually going to be where it's like, well, now we're going to have to start paying for licensing for books because we're saying, oh, well, this is what we use for our training materials, or this is what.
No. We're not using. We're going to keep it closed session. So everything that we do, they're not going to be able to down. I don't want other people downloading stuff from us.
Okay.
The only way that they're going to be able to access it is through our PDF viewer, and the only way they can get access to it is if they log in. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even that, I mean, some of these books they were granted for a limited time for charity, this and that and the other through Humble Bundle,
Right.
to allow. Oh, hey, yeah, let's go ahead and try to get the money for this charity. We're going to go ahead and go in, whatever. That's the problem. Like these companies are still actively publishing and selling these books and everything. So I don't know where the legal lines begin and end on that is the only problem.
Well, as far as we're concerned, there is no legal lines at the moment.
I know, but
We don't have anything, right?
well, that's
Darnell?
What?
Well,
You're the voice of reason here. What does it sound like to you?
I think that for the time being, it's not something we really need to worry about.
well,
Right.
because we're a small group and
Exactly.
we're not really sharing around the material or.
I get you. You think that once we start sharing publicly, like, oh, here's the material that we reference and so on and so forth, that a large number of people being able to access that information is going to cause some sort of legal copyright issue because they're going to probably copy it and keep it, and these will be people who haven't purchased it. But
Well,
again, I think that's something that's way down the line for
It
Right.
is. I'm thinking more along the lines of we can say, yeah, we went ahead and used these books to go ahead and help us figure this out. These are the ones we would recommend. I just don't know if I would actually have it where they could flip through the pages or anything online.
Well, we can.
Well, so I have a request. So as long as it's not being downloaded to another computer,
Right.
server, we're fine. So if we can just place some sort of restriction where it can be viewed while you have access to the server and not be downloaded to your personal computer, then that
Right.
would sort of eliminate the concern. No,
That's my point. We would be using basically be a digital library, and that's it. That we can't.
Yeah.
It's just like you can have any software license. You can have any software, whether you own it or not, for up to 24 hours without a full license.
Mhm.
Simple as that.
Well,
I'm not allowed to take pictures of it.
Huh?
What?
That's take someone like doing a snapshot. That's not file sharing. Like the legal issues come on when you're actually sharing a file, or somebody is basically copying the file from one location to another, or a large group is doing that. As long as we can eliminate the potential for file sharing, then I think it's fine.
Right. Exactly.
I think there's still some legality going with it because let's put it this way. Let's say you're O'Reilly. You go ahead and publish, the O'Reilly books, the whole 9 yards and everything, and you allowed people to go ahead and do the charity and everything for Humble and all this, but you're still actively publishing those books. So what incentive would I have as someone who is potentially interested in getting that book? What incentive would I have to go ahead and buy the book if I knew that I could go ahead and access this entire library for free, even if I can't download it?
It's honestly, it's not about that. It's as long as they're not getting ownership of it, where they can easily share it with another party, then you're fine. That seems to be the legal issue, especially when it came to file sharing in the beginning, is that basically someone was taking a copy of one file and moving it to another location without the permission of the person who created or having to buy it.
I don't know.
The problem comes in when, because it's like going to the library. You're not purchasing the book, you're utilizing the book, you're borrowing it, and you're putting it back.
Yeah,
Right.
I get you. I don't know.
It comes down. If it comes down to that, we could figure out a way to do DRM restrictions on it and everything. So, if we really wanted to,
I just honestly don't think that we should allow access to the books to anyone outside of this group for now. If we read up on the legalities,
yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's where I want to go with it. I'm not saying like immediately give everybody access.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
Ed's concern is that we don't know the legalities of it, but I think if we put in the proper restrictions, as I said before, where they can't necessarily download the actual file, then there really isn't any chance of anyone saying, "Oh, okay, well, I mean, they don't have ownership of it, but they can look at it whenever they access the server."
Right. It's just like if we went on YouTube and read a book on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's the same damn thing. So.
Yeah, like when people read my fanfics. It's weird.
Do people read your fanfics?
They used to, actually. Back when I used to write them. It was way back when.
So anyways, yeah. So the thing is, I want to start working on a website. I think Eric might be involved on that one, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes. Darnell, I know you were coding. Are you interested in doing some work on it or not?
Sure. Just let me know, what I'm doing.
You said you wanted to primarily go the WordPress route, and I'll be completely honest, there's really no coding involved with that at all.
Yeah, I know there isn't. It's more just setting up articles, and that's it. I mean, there's some script you can play around with on it, but whatever you guys want to do, and we can actually host it through WordPress. And everything, and to have it linked to the server at some point or whatever. That's because I want to be able to be able to access our server through the website instead of having to use the MELED tech, thing like that. I want them to have to go through our website to access the server, regardless.
There's also a photo of me as me walking backwards from an explosion with deuces out.
One additional thing I would say. So I have the free version of WordPress for my personal blog, and that worked fine for a while.
Yeah.
Then they really screwed it up with a bunch of advertisements and everything. So I think that's another thing we'll need to consider as far as It's not super expensive, but
no, it's not.
Definitely something.
What we can do if we thought about something like that is you can do through like a Cookie Host or someplace like that, and they allow you. Cookie Host is like a web hosting service.
Okay.
So you pay like $3 a month or something like that to actually have server access to build your website with. You can download Joomla, Drupal, use HTML, Perl, whatever the hell script you want to do your thing in.
Okay.
I personally used to build my websites in Joomla. That's what I'm familiar with. I mean, if you aren't familiar with it, we got books on it.
I've never even heard about it, to be honest.
It's fun to play with, and there's a lot of things you can do with it. And plus, I have a hell of a lot of templates already for it that we can actually set up and just basically copy and paste the code in, and then just start putting our articles in. So, and it's just a nice, sleek looking website. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. What we have to do is we have to actually start working on like what we want our website to look like. We need to start making like actually drawing out an actual site map.
Mm-hmm.
What we want our homepage to look like, our about page, all the information, the contact pages, all that bullshit.
Yep.
I want to be able to start working on that, if you guys got any input, even our palette, like what colors we want to actually have in, because I'd like it to be a kind of a simple palette, but I want it to be something that pops.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
like a Pepsi can?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
I wish you could see my face right now, Bunfill.
I'm sorry.
I can
already well
imagine your
aware.
face, and I'm pretty sure is exactly what I'm thinking right now.
I know his utter disappointment in me faces.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
well.
It's one of two things. It's either, or it's.
Yeah, second one.
I've had a rough day.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that. Also, we want to start working on projects, and I know we were talking about starting to build the circuit for the tracker and stuff.
Okay.
So we need to start working on that. We need to find we need to find something of what we're looking for, how we're going to do it, and let's start rolling this shit out.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll have to do it over meetings for a little while.
yeah, no, that's
Not a bad
fine. I mean,
idea.
that's
Okay.
whatever
Yeah,
we need to. Me and Eric's going to start getting back together. Hey, don't. He likes
No.
touching my wood. Don't just chill.
It's the fact that
Um,
I should been able to also, and now that option's out the window.
For now.
I mean, Eric can come pick you up,
No, I don't think he wants to do that.
I can come pick you up.
right?
Well, I'd like to be there next time you guys meet up.
We'll take turns and pick up everybody. Like we'll do a big run, and we'll go to Lunenda.
Ooh, I do want me some Lunata, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me know the next time you guys are meeting up. I'll be happy to join you guys.
Okay. Well, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should figure for something here soon, and maybe us instead of doing something at my house, maybe we should just do a like an hour or two somewhere, like just in a place where we can get some paper out and eat some food, drink some beer, and come up with some ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down for
Let
that.
me know when you guys are game and what I should bring.
All right. Okay, so that sounds good. So that's what I got, guys.
Wait, can we put the food on the business account?
No, we do not.
Damn.
I'll pay for the food if the business will pay for the booze.
Let me ask the head of your finance. Oh no, it's not.
Right. Here's another thing. Like I was thinking of we were talking about some things to make and make money.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some designs for some like phone stands, wireless charging phone stands, and like device stands, like where you have like an Apple phone and an Apple Watch and Apple Pods all together can charge on them.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the plans for that and what we would need for the circuits as well. Is that something you guys would like to like get in on?
Do we already have an idea for how we would sell it, and we have like any sort of idea if there's a market for it?
Well, there's definitely a market, so it's going to be a custom thing. And what I'm thinking about doing, I'm thinking about doing it regardless. So what I might do is put out like 3 or 4 of them and see how much, because I've been looking on them and people are selling these things for anywhere from $60 to $100, $120.
Oh, wow.
And it's because it's a custom handmade piece that you can put initials in.
Mm-hmm.
You can make different styles, like do the Japanese burn and schlacking it down and all that stuff. Put the electronics in, and in electronics, you're probably, if you just get like the cheap electronics and put in it, you're probably talking maybe, I don't know, $30 in electronics, and then the wood is just a piece of like hard oak or something with stain. You're talking probably about maybe $10 in materials, and then maybe 3 hours in labor.
An idea also is you know how there's so many older electronics that don't have wireless charging?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
fancy. Yeah.
Why couldn't we just assign like a resizable silicone case?
Yeah,
that
actually,
kind of-
Katie just made a good idea. I could actually use the cheap. We can get the cutting boards from like any of these stores around here, and cut the cutting boards into the style for chargers. So I mean, I didn't even think about that, because you can actually get some nice looking wood that way.
Yeah. We got wood in our pants.
Yeah. Yes, I have wood in my pants, Katie. Yeah, they all heard you. Just so you know.
Yeah. So you guys are so cute.
So wait,
You already missed it. She already had so much dick this weekend that she's got headaches right now. So.
Oh dear God.
I thought it was
yeah. Well, I mean,
No, too much caffeine from the pop.
no.
Yeah. little bit of pegging going on.
So
Back to business.
more wood jokes, I see.
Oh yeah. I was thinking of like something of that sort, to actually start bringing in a little bit of extra income with it as well.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Could you actually? Do you have like an image of what you're referring to that you can post a link? Because I take a picture. I want to get a picture of what you're referring to.
Yep. Give me 1 second. I can find you one.
So if
Sure.
we're making all of these like supplementary Apple devices, could we theoretically go ahead and make a bundle of them and call it an orchard?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Fell silent.
Wait, should I?
well, I'm about to say, well, Matt, you're no longer the worst. So,
Right.
I tried. Wait, where was I at? I was explaining something. Oh no, like you know how a lot of older electronics and just tablets and things like that don't have the ability for wireless charging?
So you
Yep.
want to try to create a wireless adapter?
Not a wireless adapter, but like a stretchable skin that could fit almost any device that has a plug-in that would hit the bottom of the device itself.
It
You
could
can
be
make
a magnetic plug-in.
Yep. And then
Yep.
you can make it interchangeable power supplies depending on what they have, and just make it so the silicone case turns their device into a wireless charging device.
True. Copy.
So I'm guessing what you would do is like your little wireless charging device. Would you end up plugging it into like the USB port on the USB or micro USB or whatever the hell else?
Yeah.
On the actual phone itself.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
look at that one. That's similar to what I'm talking about.
Because then at least there's so many just think like tablets and everything that just doesn't have the ability for wireless charging.
Yep.
Yeah.
And most of those devices are getting ruined because you keep unplugging and plugging shit back into that same power slot.
Yep.
I
If
just
you can
had
just
done with one of my Android tablets, and
Yep.
I took it out.
and at that point, what do? You have to buy another tablet, which still
Pretty
doesn't
much.
have wireless charging.
And also, so with this, not only do I have to make this with wood, I could actually 3D print this stuff.
I was about to say that. I'm like, this could easily be 3D printed.
Well, we
Oh
can 3D,
yeah, by far.
3D print it with the wood printing,
you would
Oh,
filament,
yeah.
the wood filament.
but I bet you the filament where it's like multiple colors or different colors would be more popular than the wood one.
Yep, I agree.
Mhm.
So I think like the cheaper versions would be the 3D printed versions, and then you do the wood for the premium.
Mhm.
Like you could do wood, and you can get some brass to cover, like actually trim them out and stuff. Like if you're really wanting to get like high into this, and just the way that's laying out, that's not how I want to do mine. I want all mine to be completely wireless. So like how those Pod Pros are, there
Mhm.
you can get a wire. The shit, my brain is like fried. You can actually get a wireless charging base that actually wirelessly charges the Pros, the earpods. So that way, if somebody wants to charge them, they don't have to hook anything up. All they got to do is grab it and go.
Actually, there's a few other pictures that shows the ones that are wireless.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Okay. So
But, I mean, you're looking like $25. The problem is, like, if we make them, the shipping.
Yep. So, well, and that what we do is I can get a deal on shipping through USPS because I've done that before, where I get so many shipments for an X amount of price.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can look into all this stuff.
No, I got you. We're not gonna be those guys who can Amazon next day, is what I'm thinking. It's like
no.
that's the
No, I'm
competition.
thinking ours would be more like Etsy.
Okay. So
So-
what we would try to do, like hit the $20 range
You mean with the wood or with the?
in general, because I'm seeing a lot of these just shooting right around 25, 26.
Yeah, these are all CNC made though. I'm not talking about something that's CNC made. I'm talking about something that's handmade.
Well, I even see
And
this,
that's-
I see there's a bamboo one here that's only 20, 28.
So we're going to put designs in them and stuff.
Okay.
So we're making them premium.
I mean, Eric doesn't know what you mean.
I know. So my point is there are, trust me, there are people who are buying these, and on Etsy,
Oh, I know.
they're buying them
sold
for
out.
that too. There's a couple other things, like there's monitors, like if how we said we have all these extra monitors laying around. There's ways to make like separate monitors for with just the screens, and then like repurposing the monitor to make a different type of basically a monitor for your like PlayStation or something like that. That might be something we want to look into. I'll show you guys whenever we get a chance.
Yeah, that's like,
I'm not going to go through all these. I've been looking at all these different DIY projects.
you talking
and
like
stuff
the
that-
old school, just LCD attached to your game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
like and being well, and what it is, you can build the speakers because I have like right now I have like 6 laptops downstairs that I can use the speakers in and use them on the back of the monitors, even the laptop monitors themselves, and change the way the bezel is made, and make this like a really nice, pretty looking like brass piece that has everything built into it except for the gaming system.
We can make a sweet emulator and try to use some of the touchscreen laptops.
Yeah, no, that's my point exactly. So like, you can actually build everything all in, and even use just a Raspberry Pi as the brains.
Yep.
So, like there's been a whole bunch of different things, and we haven't talked very much lately. So, yeah,
We talked Friday.
yeah, that's gaming though,
I'm like, when the fuck did that happen?
right? But yeah, so that's I want to start making some money with this, and I want to start seeing what we can do with it, guys.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
I know we're all in the same thing. We don't want to be doing what we're doing forever, right?
God, no.
No.
Right. I want to start making money and start seeing if we can make this thing work, dude. If we can take off, you're saying right now we have $1,000 in the bank that we've just been sitting there, right?
Of some
Total
form.
assets that it's been a interest, so not just sitting there, but all right.
No, you get my point. My point
I
is
get you.
we know we can make money doing stuff. Let's just do it.
Sure, sounds good.
So-
Ready for somebody to have an idea.
Right. So, yeah, that's it. Well, I got.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sure.
You got a lot of
Yay.
excitement in that dude.
That's what I'm saying.
It's been a weekend.
Right.
Okay.
But okay, so I mean that's all I got. You guys got anything?
Not offhand that I can think of.
That is all I've got at this time.
Okay. I'll go ahead.
I thought I had something, but I just can't even fucking remember.
Okay.
I got some books to go ahead and sort through and upload at some point, but I've been kind of out.
All right. Oh yeah, Darnell, I forgot. I got that A shampoo 3D CAD. If you're interested, I'll send you a copy of it with a key if you want to check it out.
Absolutely, please do.
Yeah, I know you're like I am, and you want to learn that stuff too. So I want to see if we can get this. It says it supports STL files. So if it does, we might. This one is it's a full on AutoCAD. So it's supposed to be better than SketchUp. So we'll have to see about that.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll be happy to put it through its paces.
All right, sounds good. All right, that's what I got, guys.
All right.
I'm done.
Good talk, guys. Good talk.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Yep.
All right, catch you guys next week. We'll see.